Parshah's Terumah. This year, the Jewish calendar has it, interestingly, that almost to the day, Shabbos is the 4th of Adar, almost to the day that we read the Parshah of Terumah, which deals with the construction and the dedication of the Mishkan, is historically the day that the rebuilding of the second temple in the time of Ezra was completed, which was the 3rd of Adar, according to the book of Ezra chapter 6. The verse says, "And the elders of the Jews were building and succeeding with the prophecy of Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the son of Iddo, and they built and founded it by the command of the God of Israel, and by the command of Cyrus, Darius, and Artaxerxes, the king of Persia." Ezra 6:14. "And the completion of this house was on the 3rd day of the month of Adar, which is the 6th year, which was in the 6th year of the reign of King Darius." Ezra 6:15. The feeling of Purim is now in the air, and it was then too, at the completion of the second and final temple in Ezra's day, although additions and renovations had been made to it by Herod at a later time. A temple that after almost 2,000 years has not been rebuilt. A temple that was destroyed by Rome, known as Edom, which is the last and longest exile. Edom are the descendants of Esav. What is ironic about this is that in Torah Or, the Alter Rebbe, Rabbi Shneur Zalman of Liadi of blessed memory, writes in Parshas Vayishlach that the coming of Mashiach and the final redemption is dependent on the peaceful meeting of Yaakov and Esav, which is Edom/Rome, where they come from, and that's alluded to in the meeting back then. Cutting to a couple hundred years later, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson of blessed memory, said in one of his sichos that Esav's tikkun, Esav's correction, has been completed, and he is now elevated to be brought in by Israel, or something to that effect. Our sages teach in Midrash Yalkut Shimoni, Ramez 9:44, that when Messiah arrives, the festivals will cease to be observed, but Purim will continue to be observed. The Midrash derives this unusual conclusion from a statement in Megillas Esther 9:28, "The memory of Purim will never cease from among their descendants." This could be a connection between the second temple being completed around Purim time and the final redemption at the end of days after almost 2,000 years and counting. The ending of the long exile of Edom/Esav and the resolution can be found and alluded to in a gematria in a verse in our Parshah. There is a verse in the beginning of our Parshah concerning the Keruvim, the holy cherubs that were above the ark, and in radiant glory faced each other as one man faces the other. Exodus 25:20. The verse is Ufnehem ish el achiv, and that equals 558. The gematria value of Yaakov plus Esav also equals 558. As you can see, the last letters of the verse of this is spelled shalom. Ufnehem is a mem, ish is a shin, el is a lamed, and achiv is vav. Those letters spell out shalom, which has a gematria value of 376, which equals Esav. It is through making peace with those who we need to make peace with that will bring the final redemption. May it be soon and in our day. Have a great Shabbos.